Good morning, and just a quick one this morning talking about how to use the Xbox One Elite controller with the Nintendo Switch. Now, for those of you who follow my channel, you'll know that I've already made a video talking about how to use the standard Xbox controllers with the Switch using the 8-bit DO wireless Bluetooth adapter. And that works very well, but it only works with certain Xbox controllers, specifically the later ones with a headphone jack and also not the Elite controller. And the reason it doesn't work with the Elite controller is because the Elite controller doesn't have Bluetooth on board. If you're interested in that though, I will put a link into that one in the top corner, so click on the little eye and you can watch that video to your heart's content. I did make another video though talking about how to use the Elite controller with the PlayStation 4, and that uses the Brook adapter, as you can see here. And the Brook adapter not only allows you to use Xbox controllers with the PlayStation 4, it also allows you to use Xbox controllers with the Nintendo Switch. So that's the solution we're going to use today. And as you can see here, it plugs into the battery compartment of the Xbox or the Xbox controller, and it provides a rechargeable battery and Bluetooth capabilities, so you can use it with the PlayStation 4 and the Switch and PC as well, although why you'd need it for that, I don't know. There are other solutions. The other thing you'll need, as well as the Brook adapter though, is a USB cable, and I'll get to that in a minute why we need that. But as you can see here, if I show you, the charging cable that comes with the Switch is USB-C. Unfortunately, the Brook adapter isn't USB-C, it's actually micro USB. So you will need a micro USB cable. And as it happens, I've got one of those here. Don't know if you can make that out. There you go, micro USB. And that is already plugged in at the other end to my Switch. And the reason you need that is because before you can do anything with the Xbox controller, you will need to plug it in to the Switch before you can set it up wirelessly. But even before you do that, you will need to change one thing on the Switch, or at least you may need to change one thing on the Switch. So I'm going to use my Pro controller, and I'm going to go down to Settings. And then from Settings, we want to go to Controllers and Sensors, and then you want to go across to Pro Controller Wired Communication. Now, you need that to be on, and I have it on all the time because when my Pro controller runs out of juice, I plug it in and then I can play with it while it's charging, or I can charge it from the Switch. And obviously that's plugged into the Switch dock and it charges and you can play with it. So I have that switched on all the time anyway, but if you don't have it switched on, you need to switch it on before you start doing this. Once that's done, you can plug the cable into the Nintendo Switch, and then you plug the other end into the Xbox controller, and as you can see, the light comes on. Now on the camera it looks sort of a bright sort of light blue, but actually on the Brook itself it's quite dark blue, so I don't know how that's going to come out in the video, but it is actually quite a dark, almost a PlayStation blue. So once you've got that plugged in, you should find that it works wired. So there you go, yeah, it's working wired. But obviously it's not working wireless yet. So what you need to do is you need to go down to Controllers, and then you press B. It would be A on the Nintendo Switch controller, but obviously they're switched around, excuse the way I did that. So you press B and it goes into here, and then you would press B again to change grip order. Once you're into there, you should then be able to take the cable out. And then what you need to do is you press the Brook button for around 2 seconds until it starts to flash. And then you press this button here and B and hold them until it pairs. And it's paired. So now if we hit A for back, because that's how they do it on Nintendo, and back out of there, we should be able to use it. And as you can see, we're using it now. And so it works in the menus. And obviously one other thing, we can use the paddles. Now, you are going to need to set the paddles up before you use them on the Switch, and you can do that on an Xbox, or you can use the app on a PC. You just plug it into a PC, and then you can go into the app and set these up to your heart's content. I've actually got them set at the moment. I've got them set to, I think, what's this one? Yeah, I've got that set to B, and this one to A, and this one to, I think it's X and Y or X and Y. I'm not sure which way round they are, but X and Y, A and B. So that one's A. If I press on that, it should load up Road Redemption. Or at least it tries to. It asks me who wants to use it. And if I hit the B button or the paddle for B that's assigned to B, it'll go back. So as you can see, the paddles will work on the Nintendo Switch. And I've had a play around with it, and it does work pretty well. I'm not going to go into any gameplay and show you gameplay here at the moment, because that'll make the video a lot longer, and I don't intend to do that. But if you do want to see me doing this with some gameplay, then let me know in the comments. But as you see, the Xbox Elite controller does work using the Brook Wireless Adapter with the Nintendo Switch. As I say, I hope that's useful to somebody. I do like the Brook adapter. It works very well. It works very well on the PlayStation, and as I show you now, it does work very well, or at least it seems to work very well on the Switch as well. And for those of you asking me about input lag, personally, I've not really noticed any real input lag. Now, some people are more sensitive to that than others, so it might vary for you. But from my own experience, it works perfectly well, just as well as this, and just as well as the DualShock 4 on the PlayStation as well. So if you are interested in having a play with this, it does work. But anyway, that's me done. I'm going to go and grab myself a cup of tea and walk around a bit, because my legs are falling asleep because I've been kneeling on them. And I will speak to you guys in the next one. Bye.